Rich girl promised to marry poor black boy, but what her father did broke everything. He loved her with all his heart. But her rich father said, get rich first, then come back in 5 years. He did, but what he found shattered him. What happened next will break your heart. Like, subscribe, and stay till the end. You won't believe the sacrifice he made. The sky bled into shades of orange and violet as Marcus pedaled his rusty bike through the pristine streets of the upscale neighborhood. Each day he passed the grand white mansion on Willow Street, not to admire the architecture, but to steal a glimpse of her. Emily Whitmore. Marcus, a young black teenager from the poorer side of town, worked part-time jobs after school to help his mom make ends meet. Emily, in contrast, lived in luxury, the daughter of a millionaire real estate mogul. Their worlds were never meant to collide, yet they did. They met at the town library. What started as a shared love for poetry turned into long conversations, hidden meetings at the lake, and quiet nights under the stars. Their love was real, deep, and unshakable. But when Marcus finally decided to do the right thing and meet her father, the fairy tale ended. Mr. Whitmore was a cold, sharp-eyed man with a commanding presence. He sized Marcus up like a bad investment. My daughter can't survive on dreams and part-time jobs, he scoffed. You want to marry Emily? Fine. Get rich. Make something of yourself. Don't contact her for 5 years. Then, maybe, we can talk. Emily cried when Marcus told her, 5 years is too long. She whispered, not for a lifetime with you. Marcus replied. He kissed her forehead, promised he'd return, and disappeared from her life, leaving behind only memories and hope. 5 years later, Marcus was no longer the boy who rode a broken bicycle. He had transformed into a powerhouse in the construction world. Starting with small renovation projects and sleeping in the back of his rented office, Marcus built M&R Builders, a company now known for luxury properties across the country. His face appeared in business magazines. His story was labeled from poverty to power. He had everything except Emily. With his heart pounding, Marcus returned to Willow Street. The mansion was the same, its grand pillars still shining under the afternoon sun. He walked to the door, dressed in a sleek tailored suit, and rang the bell. Mr. Whitmore opened the door himself, his expression unreadable. Marcus, he said slowly, you did it. You're rich. I didn't think you had it in you. I'm here for Emily, Marcus said plainly. Mr. Whitmore's smile twisted. You're too late. She got married a year ago. Time froze. Marcus couldn't breathe. You promised, he muttered. I said maybe, Mr. Whitmore replied coldly. Besides, money doesn't change your background. You still don't belong in our world. Marcus turned and left, heartbroken. No anger, no revenge, just silence. The 5 years he sacrificed for love now felt wasted. One stormy evening, Marcus was driving home from a site inspection when he saw a familiar face waiting for a taxi outside the office. Daniel, a young, shy employee who had just joined his company. Need a ride? Marcus asked, rolling down his window. Thank you, sir, Daniel said, humbled as they drove through the drizzle. Daniel invited Marcus in for a coffee as a courtesy. Marcus hesitated but agreed it felt good to connect with his team personally. As he stepped into the cozy apartment, a little girl ran up to Daniel. A woman came out of the kitchen. It was Emily. Time stood still. She froze. Marcus blinked. The air felt heavy. Marcus, this is my wife, Emily, Daniel said proudly, and our daughter, Lila. Marcus smiled weakly and nodded. He stayed just long enough to sip coffee, his hands trembling slightly. Then he made an excuse and left. That night, Marcus couldn't sleep. The pain of seeing the love of his life in another man's home, with a child, was unbearable. Trying to move forward, Marcus decided to host a grand party at his mansion to celebrate the company's 5th anniversary. All staff members and their families were invited. The guest list included Daniel and Emily. The evening was magical. Music, laughter, clinking glasses, and a sparkling pool under the stars. But Marcus's eyes kept drifting toward Emily. Later in the night, Marcus found himself on the balcony alone. Emily joined him. He built everything you dreamed of, she said softly, but lost what mattered most, he replied. Emotions overwhelmed them. The love they buried resurfaced, and before either could stop it, they kissed a moment that felt like home, but someone saw them. Daniel, he stormed out, fury in his eyes, and in front of dozens of guests, he slapped Marcus across the face. You think money gives you the right to steal my wife? Gasps filled the air. Marcus didn't retaliate. He just looked at Emily, then walked away silently. The next morning, Daniel was arrested. Marcus accused him of stealing confidential company documents, a charge that would destroy Daniel's career. Emily rushed to Marcus's mansion in tears. Please, don't do this. He's a good man. Marcus looked into her eyes and said quietly, for you, Emily, I'll drop everything. And he did, but peace didn't return. A jealous co-worker, envious of Daniel's closeness to the boss, whispered poison into Daniel's ears. You know why your wife got you out? She slept with Marcus. That's how you got free. Daniel lost control. He shouted at Emily, called her names, and kicked her out of the house. Emily had nowhere to go when Marcus found out. He was furious. He invited both Emily and Daniel to his private beach villa. Nothing happened, Marcus said firmly. She came to me with dignity and pain in her heart. I helped because I still care. That's all, liar, Daniel spat. You want proof? Marcus pulled a gun from his drawer. Emily gasped. Daniel backed up. I swear on my life. If I'm lying, let this be my punishment. Stop it, Emily screamed. Don't do this. Believe me, Daniel, please. No, you're a manipulator. Marcus took a deep breath and pulled the trigger. Bang! Blood spread across his shirt. Emily collapsed to her knees. Daniel stood frozen. Ambulance came. But it was too late. Marcus was gone. In his hand was a note. I never wanted her back. I just wanted her safe. Love isn't about possession. Sometimes it's about letting go. Completely. Daniel wept like a child. He took Emily back, but nothing ever felt the same again. Sometimes the purest love is the one that asks for no return. Marcus didn't lose. He simply loved so deeply that he gave everything, even his life. Not for himself, but for someone else's peace. Like, subscribe, share. If Marcus's story touched your heart, let us know in the comments. Would you give up everything for the one you love?